ARC. It stands for Advanced Reader's Copy. I was told by many a booktuber not to sign up for too many of these free copies of books because you have to review them all. I said to myself, no, that will never be me. I won't do that. And then this happened. I want this one and this one. I want this one and I want this one. Now I'm in trouble. Join me, won't you, in my January TBR, which is all kinds of crazy. Hi, my name's B. Welcome to my channel. Mama needs to read some romance, but does not need to continue to submit requests for ARCs. There are so many things to look forward to this January. I can't even tell you, I'm so excited about 2023. I'm getting bookshelves. In fact, you want to see something? It's a mess. You ready? I'm telling you now, it's a mess. Thought I'd start with this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a disaster. It's a disaster, but it will get together. And when it does, I cannot wait to do a bookshelf tour. I'm also going to be doing a fake book awards show. I thought it would be fun to do like my top books of 2022. And then I thought, oh, you know what would be even more fun? To do it like an awards show. So of course it's limited to what I read the last 6 months of 2022 because that's when I started my channel, but I think it's gonna be really fun. There's also a brand new bookstore in my area. Apparently it's amazing. It's 3 floors of used books. I have not been yet, but I'm hoping to go in January and I'm gonna be filming it, hopefully, depending on what the vibe is like, and sharing it with you. My mother-in-law sent me a mystery box full of romance novels. Who knew? I've known her for like 15 years. I had no idea until just recently that she loves romance novels too. So she's sending me a ton of her favorites, and I can't wait to see what they are. I'm gonna do a video about that, and from different library sales where I could not film because it's kind of cutthroat in there, I have a ton of historical romances, contemporary romances, fantasy romances, and what did I forget? Paranormal romances to share with you guys. I'll do one of those hauls in January. So much to look forward to. But let's talk about the books we're gonna read, because that's really what this video is, right? The TBR, to be read. I have many ARCs. As I mentioned earlier, Advanced Reader's Copy. So here's what happened. Are you ready? When I started my channel, I also started a NetGalley profile. And NetGalley is a place where book reviewers can go online, request advanced copies of books. The thing is though, you're supposed to review them on your channel, your Instagram, your Goodreads, what have you. It's great because it promotes your channel, but it also promotes the author, the book. It's like a win-win. And it's really exciting because you can get the books for free. But if you don't review, you need a good rating. You need like an 80% rating. And anyway, they also like to give to people that are more established as well, the publishers, I mean. As I said, last summer when I started my channel, I went on to NetGalley as well because I was like, I'm gonna do all the things. I'm gonna start Instagram, which I've done a terrible job with, by the way. Looking forward to doing that better in January, maybe, hopefully, if I can get through these ARCs. I go on NetGalley, I create a profile. I don't really know what I'm doing, just kind of, there it is. And I requested a title, Eloisa James's book that came out in November, The Reluctant Countess. So it was what, like 5-6 months out from when it was even going to be released. And then I forgot all about NetGalley and ARCs and all of that until November 29th, when the book was released. They emailed me and said, hey, guess what? You just got our ARC for The Reluctant Countess. I thought, what? I had totally forgotten. So I go back on NetGalley and I was very excited and it was just so fun. I even had already ordered a copy of the book because I didn't think they were gonna say yes. And then I started clicking and clicking and clicking, making more requests. And then they kept approving and approving and approving. I don't know why. I don't know if they were waiting for me to get 400 subscribers. At that time, I had a 0% approval rating, but of course it also said that I hadn't gotten any books yet. So I have gotten myself into a little trouble because I have quite a few ARCs that I'm going to be reading and talking to you about in January. You may have already seen me do some of them back in December because I got a head start. The one that I'm most excited about in January is actually a physical copy that they mailed me, that someone reached out to me, even referenced some of my videos, so I knew they had seen my stuff. I'd gotten a couple other emails from kind of weird authors that were like, hey, I think you'd like my book. And then they describe it and I was like, oh no, You don't know me at all. I don't know. No, I don't want to read that. No, thank you. Hard pass, hard pass. So anyway, I don't know why I'm so chatty. It's probably because I haven't done a video in weeks. It's been break, so it's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna show you the book. It's called Midnight Duet. The publisher was so wonderful. And this is the first one, look, it even has the date that it comes out. And it even says, this is so silly. I'm just being, I know you don't need to see all this. But anyway, in case you're curious, this comes out January 10th. I've already read it, but I haven't put any reviews out because when I asked them if they had a preference, they said, oh yeah, if you would do it like on the day of release or after, we would love that. So I have not, even though I finished it, I'm waiting to put everything out until January 10th, just out of respect for them because they were so lovely. So this was my first physical ARC and it is my baby and I love it. I love this book, I promise, because it's actually a really good book, not just because they sent it to me. I promise. But moving on to some of my other ARCs that I have to read this month. I'm going to be finishing up Some Dukes Have All the Luck. I actually requested it because I thought, ooh, I could do it in March because lucky luck, St. Patrick's Day. But it came out in November, so I really need to probably just go ahead and finish it. I'm actually really enjoying it. It's by Christina Britton, who is a new author to me. It's actually very similar to another book I'm listening to right now that I should be finishing at the end of December, The Governess Game by Tessa Dare. This book, Some Dukes Have All the Luck, is about a man who he's got a sordid past, but he has 3 young girls that he is now, they're his wards, and he falls for a woman who, actually he doesn't fall for her initially. It's one of those marriage of convenience deals. Bronwyn is the name of our heroine. She wants to just get away from her parents and focus on entomology, being an insect naturalist, if you will. So she's excited for that. Our hero, Chase, nope, that's not it. Our hero, Ash, is eager to have someone to watch over his 3 charges. I'm really enjoying this. So you'll be hearing about this very early January. The copy I got didn't even have a cover yet. Then on January 10th, in addition to this coming out, there's another book coming out that's an e-arc I got through NetGalley called The Rom-Com Agenda. It looks so cute. I have not started it yet. I'm starting it January 1st. I cannot wait. It's by Jane Decker and the gal has a pixie cut. So I was like, ooh, but I love the title, I love the cover, and I love the premise. We have a guy, he's trying to win back this girl, and so he has a group of gal pals who help him figure out how to woo her, and the way they show him what to do is by watching rom-coms with him, and he's taking notes. It sounds so cute, and surprise, surprise, he might fall for one of the girls who's helping him to try to get another girl. So, looks really fun and swoony and cute, and I cannot wait to read it. Then I gotta jump into In Her Highlander's Bed. I gotta jump into Her Highlander's Bed. That one's out January 24th. I've never read a Lindsay Sands before. It's the newest installment of the Highland Bride series. This premise honestly looks a little bonkers, and I'm here for it. So our heroine was forced to marry somebody. She escapes into the woods and discovers a plaid beside a stream or something, or a lake. It's probably, oh, it's a loch, actually, Scotland, haha. Anyway, she goes to steal it, but there's a man swimming naked in the loch who needs it, so he nakedly chases her down, and she hits her head. She doesn't know if this guy is friend or foe, so when she comes to, because she hit her head and went unconscious, she's pretending she has amnesia. So she's got to decide, can she trust him with her heart? I got that from the summary. I did not make that up. And then I gotta read, like right after that, The Second You're Single, which comes out January 31st. This is a Valentine's Day book, yay! So it's gonna come out the day before February starts. How perfect, I cannot wait to read it. This book is by Kara Tanamachi. It's my first book where we have a Japanese-American heroine. I'm really excited about that. Her name is Sora Reed, and she has an online following. She has no interest in Valentine's Day, so she starts this thing called #GoSolo. Unfortunately, maybe, she bumps into her elementary school friend who is now this burly baker. Yes, please. Sparks fly. But she has to be #GoSolo. So what is she gonna do? I can't wait to find out. I have more ARCs too. One isn't coming out until August and one is coming out in April. Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I've been dying to read it and I haven't had time yet and it's painful. I cannot wait to read it. The minute I get a chance, I'm going to. But it won't be January, I have a feeling. Also, if you followed my Goodreads at all, which many of you are, you're aware that I have fallen down the hole that is the Ice Planet Barbarians series. I cannot tell you how many people made comments in my birthday book hunt video about how good Ice Planet Barbarians is. And I always said, no, I read a monster romance, it's not for me. I'm sure Alien is the same. Well, then someone said in the comments, you know, it's basically just paranormal. When you put it that way, I mean, I love Radiance, I love vampire romance, I like werewolf romance, but I mean, it's all paranormal. So I thought, well, let me give it a whirl. If this many people that have similar tastes to mine really like it, I'm gonna try this alien romance thing out. And they were not wrong. I'm on book 3 and I have no idea how many more I'm gonna be reading. I'm just sort of filling in extra time if I have it with some of this. Totally get why it's a comfort read. We've got women that are stranded on an ice planet, which is the perfect, I mean, it's winter. It's like the perfect time to feel even more immersed in a series like this. And then you've got aliens who are like the sweetest cinnamon roll guys around. I mean, they worship their women and it's just great escape, steamy romance fun. And they're barbarians, so nothing's all that complicated either. So I'm getting it. I'm getting the hype now. I will be reading at least a couple of these probably in January. Whitney of Tibra's Den and I are going to be reading book 2 in the Friday Harbor series, Rain Shadow Road. We both enjoyed the first book, Christmas Eve at Friday Harbor, so much that we're coming back for round 2, Rain Shadow Road. It follows another one of the brothers in his quest to find love in the Pacific Northwest. I can't wait for all of the gorgeous settings, the yummy food that Lisa Kleypas is so good at describing, and seeing another one of the brothers find his happily ever after. I'm going to be doing hockey romance for my Try a Chapter challenge in January, and I've got some great titles both on Audible, through my library, on Kindle. I'm ready to go. I'm going to be reading the first chapter of books by Kristen Callahan, Elle Kennedy, Avery Keelan, Helena Hunting, and Chloe Leese? The graphic audio for The Court of Wings and Ruin is finally complete. It's over 18 hours and they released it on Audible in chunks. A couple months ago was the first part, and there was part 2 that came out, I want to say, in November, and finally in early January, the third and final installment of The Court of Wings and Ruin is going to be coming out. So I am planning on listening to the entire graphic audio of The Court of Wings and Ruin in January. I can't wait. This is book 3 of the Court of Thorns and Roses series, and I cannot wait to see what happens with Feyre. It's going to be epic. I mean, it's like 19 hours long. How could it not be epic? I also thought that winter would be the perfect time to jump into a fairy tale series. Who wouldn't love to get lost in a fairy tale world? And I feel like winter is the perfect time to do it. So I'm going to be jumping into Eloisa James's fairy tale series, and there are so many works in this series. You've got A Kiss at Midnight, then there's the novella Storming the Castle, When Beauty Tamed the Beast, the full-length second novel, Winning the Wallflower, another novella. Then we've got The Duke is Mine, The Ugly Duchess, another novella here, Seduced by a Pirate, which I've actually already read, but I'm willing to do again. Once Upon a Tower, that's the last full novel. And then there's With This Kiss, which is 3 novellas together. So I believe that I'll be able to get through A Kiss at Midnight. I'm definitely doing that one. That is Eloisa James's take on Cinderella. Storming the Castle, the novella, should not be too hard to get through. I just bought it on Kindle. And When Beauty Tamed the Beast, you can guess what fairy tale that one is a play on. That one got a really high rating, actually. I think maybe it's the highest rated of all of the fairy tale series. So really excited about that one. And that's probably all I have time for. Let me know what you're reading in January. I hope everybody has a fantastic January. Let's make this a great 2023, and I can't wait to share it with you. Until next time, thanks so much. Take care. Bye, and Happy New Year.